Hello again. I'm finally here with the videos I've been promising for days on Instagram. I've got this book and the other one on Instagram just now, and I was supposed to do the videos days ago, but just so much has been going on, I haven't had a chance to do them. So, and anybody that's watched my previous videos, I will do anything other than do a video. I sort of psych myself up to do them because I feel I'm getting better at them, but I still have to sort of really think about it before I actually sit down and get a video organised. I still feel a bit weird sitting here talking to myself, but I'm getting there. So I am going to get all of these up today. I've actually decorated a third book in amongst everything else that's been going on, and all three are my design team projects for August. So I'm organised, I think, for this month. So I'll get started on this one. This one ended up very pink and fluffy, and I'm really chuffed with it. So this is my design team project for LoveJunkJournals, Tracie Fox's papers, and I've used a few kits in here, which I will list below, but they're basically the labels. There's number cards in here. The floral lovelies are the tea cards I've used, and the pages are the Oddments kit. So they all worked really well because they've all got a very vintagey feel, so they've worked really well together with this. I'm not sure how I ended up so pink, but and anybody that knows me, I'm not a pink person at all, but I really do love making things like this. So it's been fun. So the closure is Sari Silk, which is this lovely one from Perrin Yarns on Etsy that goes from pink to sort of almost like a greeny cream colour, and then I've added some tulle in as well. I thought it worked really well. So yeah, so here we go. There's lots of wee dangles on this one. I've finally started cutting into this beautiful trim from Boho Tree on Etsy. It took me a wee while to pluck up the courage, but I've used a little bit of the stuff I got in each of these journals, and it's the sort of one with the pinks that I've used in this one. There's quite a few wee Tim Holtz bits and pieces in here as well. This is a Tim Holtz flower on the front, and again lots of vintage laces and bits and pieces. So I will say I've made 6 of these little books, decorated 3 of them. I think they're all spoken for. I've had a few people contact me about this style of book I did, because I've done 2 before. This is the ones I made from the Amity Bloom course. All I did was make the sizes slightly smaller. I think I'm an inch smaller in all the measurements that you get in the course. So I may not have contacted you, like if somebody's watching this and you ask me about this book, but I haven't contacted you, one of these is for you. The business side of all this book stuff, I'm still rubbish at it, but I'm getting there. So these are all spoken for. What I'm going to do is decorate all 6 of them. One of them is a gift, so there'll be 5 to choose from, and the people that have contacted me, the person that contacted me first will obviously get to pick theirs first, and it'll go from there. And hopefully that'll work out okay. So the only one that won't be in the choice is the blue one that I will do after this video, because that is a gift. But all the others will be up to choose from. So yeah, so this is, like I say, this is, we'll get on with this. Not all the ephemera I'm going to put in them is in them yet, because I'm still not organised with everything I know I want to put in them. But I thought if I don't do the videos now, I'm never going to do them. So there are a few wee pockets that will have stuff in them when they go out to the people that are getting them. So that's fine. So we start with the wee flip, and there is a wee tuck there. There's a altered little tag here, which I've just done lots of layers on. You'd use quite a lot of the embossed paper in the course for this, so I've used it on the tags and that to tie it all together as well. And these are the Tim Holtz dies. These all come with a kit, and I've just sort of had a play with lots of wee bits. So there's a wee belly band there, and the way I've done the lace here, it sort of sits in there quite nicely. So we've got another wee tag in there. Just check I'm definitely in frame. And again, lots of little bits. The wee flip out here, this fabric I used on here has got this lovely embroidery on it, and it just fitted so well. I think that's where the pink came from, is I used that. So the pink sort of got all tied in because of this fabric. So again, another wee card there. And I just kept that clipped closed with one of the wee Tim Holtz clips. So in here you've got another wee flip here, and there is a pocket here, and there will be something in that. And there's a wee... So these are the tea cards from the Floral Lovelies. They're really nice. So I've just stitched round them. And you can just see her through there, which I think is quite nice. So again, just lots of wee bits with vintage lace and sari, and I've used some fussy cut flowers in here as well. And there's some vintage book page, tea dyed paper, and more of the same flower there. And this is from the Oddments kit. There's some beautiful, there's 2 images especially. I've done nothing to them because I've just used them as journaling cards because they're just so lovely. I used this napkin to decoupage through this book as well. What I tend to do with a book is I find a napkin I like for what I'm doing, and I use the same napkin throughout the book. I tend to quite like doing it that way. And this is some vintage book page, and I've just done a little bit of embossing on here. This is one of the tags. I just love it. I love this image. So I really did nothing to it. I put a little bit of die cut embellishment there, but other than that I've done nothing to it. This is one of the number cards. I finally got round to cutting up these beautiful trims I got from Boho Tree, which is on Etsy as well. I've had them a few weeks now, but I sort of kept taking them out thinking, oh, I don't want to cut them. But I finally plucked up the courage, and I've used it in this one. Oh, this is another napkin I used in this one as decoupage onto, this is the Oddments kit page. I like adding a little bit more pink by using that one. This is some vintage ledger, which I've just done a little bit of embossing on. I don't know if you'll see it on here, but again, I've gone through this book with the gilding wax, and this is a pinky gilding wax I've used in this one. I think they're just here beside me. It's these ones that I use for gilding my books. They are Alchemy, and that's Royal Robes, that one is, and it's really nice. These are some, it was a book about, it's music to do with Scottish Highland dancing, and it's just a photocopied, it's obviously a photocopied for like a class or something, and it's got the steps of the dances in it and stuff, and a little bit of on how you do the dances, so I thought it was kind of cute. And a wee tag there, another one of these lovely tea cards, and a nice big bead on the corner here. I've done a few of the Tim Holtz die cuts, and I've used the negative as well, and sort of layered them again with more napkin. I think I've used 3 different napkins in this one actually. And a wee bead here, and a wee pocket here with a little, these are all from the same kit. I really love this. This takes the tea staining really well. It's calligraphy practice paper, so it's really thin, because I think it's supposed to take fountain pens, but it takes the dye so nice. You get some really nice effects on it. So it's another page from the kit, and I've started using some of the labels. I always call them stickers because I've printed them onto sticker paper, but the labels. And I get another wee collage with labels there. And so this is more of this lovely trim. I just love it. So we've got some music paper that I've just put some pockets in here, and one of the tags with, again, just some decoupage on it and some bitties at the top, and just lovely glass bead on the strings in the middle. Another wee collage here, and there's a little bell on one of these bulb pins. This is lovely. This is some vintage, well, they're not that vintage. I think they're sort of, some of them, they're 1950s up. So this one, I think, somewhere on it there is a date. I think it's 1984. There were letters that I got, and I tried tea dyeing them. So the ink ran, so you can't really make out what's written anymore. But I really liked how it looked, because some of the ink disappeared and some of it coloured the paper. And so I've used them as pages. So you could write over the top of them quite easily, but there is writing underneath as well. So I like how they actually worked out. So I've got a wee flip here. This is the envelope from the kit. And again, this is the other image. I just love this picture. She's just lovely. So I did absolutely nothing with that other than tea dye it, because I just love it the way it is. And just put a wee bit of decoupage on, not decoupage, collaging on there. These are just some washi stickers. Because there was this is part of the paper, and so I had these stickers that I just added to it. I quite liked how that worked out. Got another wee pocket here, and like I've said, there will be stuff in all these pockets once these are ready to go out. Got a wee tuck there, and another wee bead up here. And this is a wee bit of the kit that I've just made into a little journaling spot. I'll have to tie something off that paper clip. I don't usually leave my paper clips with nothing sticking off them. Another wee bit of decoupage there. So you'll see I've used gesso and ink and stamps, and I love this stamp. This is like it's like a speckled stamp. It's a Tim Holtz one, and I love the sort of speckles you get with it. Another vintage book page and another wee bit of embossing. And in this pocket, this is a vintage receipt from 1961, which I've just popped in there. I did a few of these wire bits here, and instead of Artemis did a tutorial on using embossing powder. What I did instead was I used wee bits of lace. I was watching it's actually a YouTube video on making dolls. These repaint, what are they called? Monster High dolls. And there's a website, and I think it's Scarosities she's called. And she makes these beautiful dolls and these wings where she sews lace all over them. And I used the idea, and instead of embossing, I just used little scraps of lace. I really like how, so there's a wee bead there, and I like how they turned out. So that's just hanging off of there. So I will be making a few more of them. So this is a fabric page. And I've used one of the wee Tim Holtz slot dies here, and various bits from the kits in here as well. And again, lots of, this is a lovely vintage lace, this one. Really like that one, it's so fine. And there's various layers on top of that. More of this lovely sari trim. I've got another wee pocket here with a wee journaling spot there from the kit. And another wee bead off here. And there is a pocket here as well with just a plain journaling card that I've hung a wee tree and bell on. That goes in there. And this is just one of the layaway tags that I've just put as a wee flip and a wee collage there. And a little envelope here with just a wee scrap of paper. This is vintage ledger. I've just popped part in the envelope and just left it sticking out like that. That's from a different kit, and I can't remember which one it is, but I love these wee envelopes. I think it's one of the Botanist kits. And so just use some vintage lace on the back there and a wee dangle. I love, it's Shabby Soul always has one of these wee dangles off the back of her books, so I just popped a wee rose and some of these tiny, tiny little tags off the back. And again, some more collaging there. So there we go. That is my little pink and fluffy book. So what I've done with this one is I've popped the tulle on like that, and then, because I did have them tied together initially, but the sari wouldn't lie right in amongst the tulle because the tulle's got a stretch to it. So I quite like doing it that way instead. So you get the lovely tulle, but you get the nice bow in amongst it. And that's that one. So yes, thank you very much for watching, and I will be back in a moment with the next one.